So I did a stream the other night, it was a stream, but it was barely anything was accomplished in it because I'm extremely stupid with this kind of stuff. And I'm just starting up, so I was kind of figuring that out, and we were just playing chess, which takes some concentration, unlike Fortnite, because I'm a god. But, so there wasn't really any introductions of anything. I've wanted to start streaming and do stuff like this for a while. My stream name and all that under my name that I have on all my games and everything, which is NodNarb. And you get $1 billion if you figure out, the meaning, the deeper essence of why I go by NodNarb. It's very esoteric. But that's for later. I have to get the $1 billion first, and then I can, give it to you. So, at some point. But, so me and my friends, we have all wanted to do something in terms of streaming and putting up videos, and I think there's so much of that going on right now that it's, I don't know, everybody has a chance, I think, and I've talked to a lot of people who want to stream and want to do this and that, and the big thing with me is I just don't know a lot about it, but out of that I've been very lazy with actually trying to do it. So I think the first part will be do it often and learn more, and if I'm lucky, and if whatever the lightning strikes, then maybe I could actually turn this into something, which would be interesting. I put in my description a leftist gaming streamer, which I could change. Not the leftist part. I doubt that part will change. But I consume a lot of media of leftist thinking people. In this kind of stream, I would say like the biggest one and the biggest inspiration of someone that I enjoy watching, and I like their takes on a lot of things, is Vosh. But I also think, if I brand myself as leftist gaming streamer, damn, that means I have to, have some kind of semblance of being able to defend myself, which I think I can. But I look at sometimes the way people that Vosh or maybe not necessarily Kyle Kalinske or David Pakman, but people within Vosh's arena, where I was like, these people are really smart, and I think a big part of it is they just do a lot of research, where, not that I don't do a lot of research, but I'm very eclectic with the way I think and the things I'm into, so they're not always on just what's happening in the news. I do try to stay up to date with things and just know a little bit. But I've always had certain beliefs and things that I do believe in, and I care about, and I do try to know a good amount about them without just, ascribing to a position without having any knowledge on it. So, I do consider myself a leftist. In what exactly I am, I think it kind of varies on what you're talking about. I know when I was really young, I would listen to anarcho-folk punk, and that was one of the big inspirations for me learning about anarchism. And along with the music, I also listened and read a little bit, but more listened to a lot of lectures of Noam Chomsky and videos of him. And he's always been a major advocate for anarcho-syndicalism. So through him and through listening to the punk music, I learned about the Spanish Civil War. I learned about Bakunin, Emma Goldman, various people. I learned a little bit about socialism, and I all of that really interested me. So, and I'm kind of expounding on a lot for 0 viewers currently, but I figure if we can kind of clip this just so that's a general description of where I'm at right now, then that would be useful. So yeah, I've always been interested in that. obviously, I'm going to be gaming here in a little bit, and that was kind of me and my buddy's original idea for trying to stream, was to I would stream or make videos and to just play games, and because, I think everybody thinks they're pretty funny, or they think, what them and their friends do is pretty funny, and I do think that. And what I would like to do is try and put it to the test, because there's so many times, I'm sure everybody's like this, but there's so many times where I've been with friends, or I've said something, or we've done something where it was like, man, if we were only recording that, and I feel like that was so funny, other people would find it funny too, So that's something I'd love to be able to capture, and if I'm correct and other people do think it's funny, then that's just to the benefit. But I also like reading a lot. I also like learning about a lot of different things, and I'm usually inundating my friends, whether they want that to happen or not, with the things that I'm learning about and reading about. So maybe instead of bothering them all the time, I could just spew it out all on a stream. So just, I don't even know what I want to do with this channel. Like I said, I eventually, if I get lucky enough and there is a following that comes about, and, I'm thinking about it in terms of like a person like Vosh, which obviously Vosh has I don't even know how many subscribers, a couple 100,000. He's a huge streamer. So I'm not under any expectations that is, that's what I'm going to be, that's what I'm going to do. If that is something that ever happens, then I would just be all the more lucky. But if not, I figure me and my buddies, and, we game and we do all this stupid shit anyways, so we might as well at least put some of that material out there, and maybe we get lucky with it. But if not, then we still do the same exact things that we do, which is game, and for me, rattle on about all kinds of random shit that I'm into at the time, and, talk with people that I care about it, and, because the things that I find interesting, I think most people do not find it interesting, and I think a big part of it is because it doesn't get put across as very interesting. I was always like that when I was in school with history, with politics to a degree, with religion, with all kinds of things, where I think there's so much interesting, cool shit in a lot of stuff, and even really obscure stuff, like chess, where chess isn't really all that obscure, but, something that most people, I would say, aren't into, where I think if you could learn a little bit about probably anything, it would be really interesting. So I figure it's like, my friends are always telling me, like, hey, that was really interesting, or you put it a cool way, and it made me actually, interested in something that I wouldn't have been had you not told me. And I've always really appreciated that. And ever since I was younger, I appreciated being able to make people laugh here and there. So, I consume a lot of media, and I think the media that you consume, everyone to a degree kind of thinks like, I would love to be able to do that because I love it, and if I could make my own version of that, my own brand of it, my own spin of it, then that would be really cool. So that's what I think this experiment's gonna be. That's gonna be an attempt to, when I'm able to, or when I'm feeling like it, talk about the things I'm reading about, learning about, and interested in. And if I'm not doing that, then it's just doing what I do anyways if I'm not working, which is just gaming and fucking around and doing all that. So that is my somewhat formal introduction, since the first stream had essentially no introduction. But other than that, nobody's here. It's just you and me. So let's just play a little bit of 40-orty. Maybe we'll get some dubs